Before getting my hands on this one, I saw a ton of mixed reviews. Some called it a great deal for the price, while others flagged some minor issues. In today's video, I'll break it all down and give you the real scoop. Now let's dive in. If you're thinking about getting this, I've included a discounted link in the description so you can check it out for yourself. Don't miss the chance to grab it at a great price. So, I've been using these wireless earphones for a little while now, and I've got to say, I'm really impressed with them. First off, the sound quality is awesome for the price. You get deep, punchy bass and clear, crisp vocals. I've used them for everything from music to podcasts, and they really bring out the details in the sound. It's not overly bass heavy, but it's definitely there, and everything feels balanced. What I really love is the noise cancellation, especially when I'm out and about. It works surprisingly well in noisy environments like public transport or a crowded cafe. It really lets me focus on what I'm listening to without all the distractions around me. The fit is pretty comfortable, too. The earbuds stay in place nicely for the most part, and I've worn them for hours without any discomfort. However, I've heard from a few people with smaller ears that they had trouble keeping them in place, so if that's something you struggle with, you might want to consider that. For me, though, they're secure and snug, which is great for walking, working, or just relaxing at home. The touch controls are another cool feature. It's super easy to answer calls or skip tracks with a tap, and it feels pretty intuitive. No need to fumble around with buttons. One feature that stands out is the LDAC codec. If you're into high-resolution audio, this is a big plus. It really helps with the clarity and richness of the sound. But, fair warning, it does drain the battery a bit quicker, especially when you've got ANC on too. Speaking of battery, I've been getting about 2 to 3 hours of use with ANC activated, which is decent but could be better. The charging speed is really fast, though, and the case is pretty sleek and compact. The only thing I'd say about the case is that the lid can be a little tricky to open with one hand, and some people have mentioned that it doesn't feel as tight as it should. But honestly, it's a minor thing. The build quality overall feels really premium. They've got a nice weight to them, and the materials feel solid. I also like how they look sleek and stylish, not too bulky. As for calls, the microphones are pretty good. I've had no complaints when talking to people, but I did notice that on some Android devices, the phone's mic gets used instead of the earbuds, which can be a little annoying if you're trying to have a clear conversation. Now, the app is a great addition. It gives you a lot of customization options, like adjusting the sound profile, tweaking the ANC, and even switching to spatial audio for that 3D sound experience. I've been using it mainly on my Android device, and it works perfectly fine, but I've heard some people with iPhones have had a few issues with multi-device pairing and ANC settings not syncing properly. So, if you're an iOS user, that's something to keep in mind. The latest Bluetooth 5.3 technology has made connecting these to my devices super easy, and I haven't had any dropouts or connection issues. Plus, switching to gaming mode with ultra-low latency is a nice touch if you're into mobile gaming. I've tried it a few times, and the audio syncs up perfectly, which is awesome. Overall, I'm really happy with these earphones. Sure, the battery life could be better, especially with ANC and LDAC running, and there are a few minor things like the charging case lid being a little stiff. But honestly, for the price, you're getting amazing sound quality, solid ANC, and some great features that you usually see in much more expensive models. If you're looking for a solid pair of wireless earbuds that perform well across the board, these are definitely worth considering.